Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you stop imitating me every time we do an intro?
Well, what am I supposed to say? Good morning. Hello.
Yes.
Welcome to the
How are you
Warriors
guys?
Den.
It's been a while, and today we've got a hell of a show. I'll tell you that from the get-go. A little announcement happened last week, if I'm not mistaken. Little year 4 or something.
Year 4?
I don't know. Year 4, year of the reckoning. We'll talk about that very briefly. But if not, today, December 19th, we've got the Jan Who's Gambit that starts in-game. Join alongside with me is Clarissa. How are you today?
I'm great. It's freezing outside.
Yeah, if you guys are in Canada right now, it's about minus 67 degrees. It's literally crazy cold. Whoa. But yes, so we've got a hell of a show for you guys today. We've got the Jan Who's Gambit starting today. We're going to have Will, Mark, Andrew, Seb. We've got a whole... Can we get some noise from the crowd here? We got a full house. Look at this. Look at this. So much noise. But before we get into it, we've got some housekeeping stuff because you guys are watching. I know you guys want rewards, so we're going to talk about those rewards, starting with Twitch drops, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know the drill. A guaranteed scavenger crate for each viewer for every 30 minutes of cumulative watching time. And we'll probably have a longer show today because we got to go through all the details of the event. And if not, of course, you get a chance to earn the Honor and Gratitude Battle outfit from our friend English Butter. So every 10 minutes of viewing time, a handful of lucky viewers will be getting that outfit. So all of this great stuff. We've got so many things to talk about. But one last housekeeping item is Azarus.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the folks at home what Azarus is?
As you may see on your screen, that
the
very
left.
nice little red button, it is Azarus. Basically, it's a reward platform to reward our viewers.
Yeah.
From time to time throughout the show, there will be questions popping up. You have 30 seconds to answer, multiple choice, and the questions will be based on the show, so make sure you pay attention. Easy.
Pay attention.
You get an answer right, you earn credits called Azas, and you can redeem some really awesome For Honor stuff.
Yeah, and you know where you redeem it? We've got a link for you. We're going to show it. Look at this.
Oh, shit.
Look at this.
ForHonorGame.com/redeem. I was going to say ForHonor.com. Like,
Yeah,
no, it's
no.
ForHonorGame.com/redeem.
No. But that's it. Okay, now let's get into the real stuff. Okay? Year 4, ladies and gentlemen. Year 4. Can we get some freaking noise for year 4? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, year 4 announced last week in our blog post. A little recap, and we'll have a link by the end of the this little segment. But I want to recap for you guys what's going on for year 4. And of course, we'll be sharing more information after the holiday period. So happy holidays, first and foremost. But year 4, it's a turning point in For Honor story. So there's going to be some more lore stuff that you may not expect because, the cataclysm is over and, people are looking to find a reason to fight. So that's going on in terms of lore. We'll see what happens. There are 4 seasons. Each season has its own themes, own rewards, and activities. And we'll be working with renowned artists every season to make the iconic image. So that's a new thing that we thought was really cool, especially with the creative community that you guys are. We thought it was a great homage to you guys to be doing this type of activation for each season. If not, 2 new heroes. 2 new heroes in year 4. We'll see who they are. But it starts in year 4, season 2, and year 4, season 4 for the second hero. So that's going on. And if not, we've got a new reward system with the For Honor Battle Pass. So first and foremost, there's the free pass available to everyone. And if not, for those of you who are interested, the premium pass. So as opposed to just scavenging, the scavenger crates as well as the drops at the end of matches, you'll now also have the Battle Pass tracks. It's 100 tiers, a bunch of cool stuff that we'll be sharing again later. So you'll get more information on that. If not, in terms of fight, of course, there's a little description of what we're working on, but a main emphasis on testing grounds being a huge tool that we're going to keep using for year 4 to basically test out some new stuff. As you guys saw with the other reworks that, it's going to be continuing. It's not just for heroes necessarily, but also for game modes that we may look at. So, look at that. We also have an all-access competitive program that we'll be launching. Okay, more details later. And finally, soon is almost over. New armors, baby. Can we get a hyperclap? in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Super fast. Super fast. But that's it, guys. Year 4, we're super excited. I know that the team has been working super hard, so I want to shout out everyone that's watching back on the For Honor dev team floor. A lot of work has been going into this year, and we're really, really excited, and we hope that you guys are too. So that's it for Year 4. But before that, we have obviously the event that starts today, the Jan Who's Gambit from December 19th to January 2nd. Yep. So we'll get into that later. But that's it, guys. Year 4, and we want to show the image, of course. The link to the blog post first. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that. So that's where you can read.
Link to the blog post, but we'll also post it in chat just so you guys can click more details about what we just discussed.
It's all about your comfort, guys. It's all about your comfort. But yes, before we get into the other stuff for today's show, we want to show you the Year 4 image by artist AJ Frenna. Absolutely beautiful. As you can see, there's 2 hands. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we'll figure it out in Year 4, guys. Year 4, Year of Reckoning, baby. That's it, guys. That's the announcement, man. And we're gonna have so much more stuff to share with you guys after the holidays in late January. So it's gonna be awesome. Really excited.
Yeah. But we're not done yet.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
So on top of Year 4, we also have a very exciting announcement. We have partnered up with one of our games for a crossover collaboration, Trials Rising.
Yeah,
yes.
baby.
Trials Rising is, For Honor is in Trials Rising. They started their Season 4 in December 12th.
Look at this guy.
And now you can be the Raider. You can be Legendary.
Yeah, not only in For Honor, but in Trials Rising. So look at this.
Raider!
Look at this.
But yes, so for those who don't know, Trials Rising is a physics-based motorcycle platformer. So basically, you ride on a motorcycle, you go through obstacles, and you use physics to get through. It's actually really hard. It's really fun, though. So, like I said, their Season 4 started December 12th. It is called Expedition to the North Pole. And from now, well, it started December 12th, but from now until December 30th, they are having their Christmas events. But on top of the Raider, they also have other cool outfits, such as Just Dance Panda, because I know a lot of our For Honor warriors also love Just Dance. I love Just Dance. But yeah, they have really awesome, cool outfits and customizations. And on top of that, we will be giving away some codes in
guys.
chat. The codes are Trials Rising Standard Edition. And all you gotta do is
spam raffle in the chat
exclamation point raffle starting
right now. Do it. Let's go.
Go ahead. You will get a chance to win, and of course our CMs will contact you if you win a code or not. So
For Honors and
multiple
the
winners.
Raider.
We'll see.
Yeah. You get to see the Raider on a motorcycle. That's so sick.
Yeah,
so sick.
Please play Trials Rising.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
It's really cool.
I really like it.
Really cool. Yeah.
You can also play with friends too. So
yes,
that's that.
Getting back to the event, and we have all of our guests that are waiting patiently. But you guys probably saw the teaser video explaining a little bit of this. This little tension point that we had between the Blackstone Legion and the Wu Lin. So a little bit more on that, because we're going to be joined back after this with Will and Mark. Will is the first time, so I'm going to hype him up because he's ready to go on the Warriors Den. But we'll be back with those two and to explain all of the events of the Jan Who's Gambit starting today, December 19th, until January 2nd. We'll be right back.
There is no war without sacrifice and unexpected consequences. When the enemy grows stronger from the ashes of death, a true warrior must rise to the occasion. Our greatest test lies ahead. May we save those who are destined to rule.
Joined back now with two very, very special guests, but I need to introduce for the first time ever, Mr. Will Holmes. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, and of course Mark D'Amico, who's been on the Warriors. And of course, we've got the Jean Who's Gambit starting today, December 19th. For those of you who are joining us just now, we've got this. You guys just saw the trailer, huh? You got a new game mode that Will is here to explain. There's so many things to talk about. We've got a PowerPoint. This is how serious things are. So let's dive right into it. Let's talk about this event, the Jean Who's Gambit. Let's start off with you, Mark. What is going on in the world of For Honor and Chang Pass and Sunda and the Blackstone? I'm very confused.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's battles, there's an invading army, there's chemical warfare.
Yeah, I like it.
Hallucinations. A lot of cool stuff going on.
So let's get into like the actual story, because I know that Elise probably worked on it with you guys in terms of the lore behind this. So we've got a little slide here.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Do you mind if I read this out for you guys?
No,
Here we go.
Go ahead.
The Wulin Emperor and Sunda were trying to rebuild the Wulin Arsenal in Chang Pass when former Blackstones attacked them. Do you mind clicking the... thank you.
Sorry.
Overwhelmed by the assault, Sunda triggered one of his experimental weapons to survive and protect the Emperor at all costs. But the weapon caused an explosion that burned most of the Wulin and Blackstones to cinders. Thank you. The Wulin Emperor survived, though, and has began to evacuate with Sunda. They faced an unexpected threat. What is that threat? Let's see. According to rumors, Sunda's weapon did not kill the Blackstone legions, but turned them into cursed warriors. Wow.
Damn.
It's intense.
Riveting. Riveting is the word that I would describe this lore. So please, expand on this. What's going on?
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
We'll
did
get to
not
the
see
arcade
that?
quest after.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, most of it is there, but this is basically the retold story, folklore, if you will, of a battle that happened with the Wulin trying to escape their castle.
Yeah.
You know, what do you call it?
Fortress?
So
What's the word I'm looking for?
Kang Pass? The map?
Yeah, Kang Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're escorting their emperor out,
Yeah.
Gao Lei,
Yeah.
and that's it. It's basically the retold story of that event happening.
Yeah.
And why it's happening is because the Blackstone Legion got wiped, and they're regrouping on the Wuling territory.
I see.
And they've heard of that experimental weapon, and they kind of want it for themselves.
I see. Well, yes, that was
yeah.
the whole thing about the first video. If you guys saw it,
Yeah.
and if you didn't, I mean, you should go watch it. But it's about the Blackstone coming
Yeah.
into the Chang Pass, where the Wulin are staying, and he does a little bit of voodoo,
Yeah.
and there's some purple stuff going on. That's for sure.
Alchemy.
By the way,
Right?
guys, interesting fact. But to prepare for today's show, we were actually listening to Purple Rain because we felt that it was
Yeah,
very
it's
very
super on
fitting.
point.
Exactly. But yeah, so let's call it the Purple Rain weapon for
The
for
Purple
this.
Rain
Yeah,
weapon.
let's
You
do
may
it.
have seen some of the activity actually in if you played
In the Chang
the
Pass.
Chang Pass
Yeah.
recently.
The glowing
Yes.
tower.
I
Exactly.
think we saw a few Reddit posts about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, yeah, so this is the event itself. Anything else in terms of the lore before we move on to the game mode that's, really, really interesting, because it's the first time that you're going to be escaping the fortress as opposed to breaching it, right?
Yeah. I think it's pretty much it, but if we have more to add, we'll add it
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that point.
I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, there you go, for sure. So let's move on. We'll go to the arcade quest. So this is a new arcade
Yeah.
quest with whatever's going on right now. So it's called the Fallout. I don't know if we have the text for the Fallout, but I think we do. Yes, we do. Here, I'm going to read it out if you don't mind. The Emperor's orders were clear. Go back to Chang Pass and retrieve the artifact. The explosion has left the palace in a terrible state, and surviving Blackstone still roam it, slowly dying. Careful where you step. Look at me, I'm in blue. Look at this, the jeans. It's fantastic. Great work, Max. But yeah, so that's going on for this, and let's get into the other stuff.
Yeah, and if you want more lore tidbits,
Yes.
so yeah, arcade quests and also the orders.
I
I know
see.
Elise has worked very hard on them, so
So more information
Yeah.
on both of those.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, I guess we can move on. We'll go to the community orders that you were talking about. So the Jean Who's Gambit, Sunda's experimental weapon, altered the Blackstones in unexpected ways. So if you're the faction with the most executions performed, first place gets 2,000 steel plus the event symbol. Second place is 1,000 steel with the event symbol, and 500 steel with the event symbol in third place. And then we can get to take a look at the themed atmosphere. Ooh. Look at this. Okay, now you got to explain to me what's going on.
So this was an interesting. This is our main menu again. You know, we've been doing for every event. This one we tried to get a sort of live tapestry feel going. So this is just a small piece of it. It's quite a long piece that goes by, and you know, this is a lot of work from Yuri and Mathieu again, and bringing in those elements of this purpley fire that happens as well, sort of retelling the story as well in a tapestry sort of environment.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, guys, back at home, we couldn't get the licensing for Purple Rain to be playing at the same time as the menu, but you know, you can use your headphones. It's no problem, and it's seamless. But absolutely beautiful. Is there, like, when you were coming up with this one specifically, is there any reference specifically that you guys saw? Was it mainly because of the Jianhu being part of the Wulin faction that you guys wanted to go towards this direction? Or anything else specifically?
You mean the coloring or just the
style of it?
Yeah, exactly. That was basically what it came down to.
Nice.
We looked at a lot of imagery of Chinese and how they tell their folklore, and a lot of it was on tapestries and imagery like this.
Nice.
So we thought it would be really fun to try and take one of those and sort of bring them to life. So we added some illustrated elements to the background, that kind of stuff, you know.
Absolutely breathtaking. Honestly, really, really nice. And congrats to your team that worked on it. So. Moving on, there's the themed soldier. So this is what you guys were seeing starting actually December 15th. The Blackstone Legion were in game, and then they started focalizing their attack in Chang Pass on the 17th, and then you guys saw the glowing tower. And now today, on December 19th, they look like this. Look at that.
Freaky.
Yeah. So all ashed, of course, with the explosion, the aftermath. This is what you're going to be facing as part of the game mode. And I think the next slide is about that, right? Is it the game mode? Oh, it's the emblem outline first, of course. So this, as soon as you log in today, December 19th, you get this. So you just have to log into For Honor and you get these really cool emblem outlines. So that's pretty much it for that. Really cool. And then the special game mode. This is what we need to talk about.
The Emperor's Escape.
Yes, the Emperor's Escape. Will, please tell me what the Emperor's Escape is all about.
So basically, it's we can go to the next slide.
Yes.
We'll do a quick
do this for
overview.
you?
Yeah. So what's the mode?
Yes.
It's a 4-player co-op against AI, where basically a horde mode almost, but
Nice.
you have a progression in
Okay.
it, and you are trying to get out of the Kiang Pass.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, and you have to protect the Emperor, and you also have to have at least one player survive it
Yeah.
to win.
So if you're with me
Yeah.
and I die, which I probably would,
Yeah.
You can complete the mission alone,
I
theoretically.
would rather do it with you, so
Okay.
I'll try to revive you.
Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's good to know. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And on the same team.
Yes, Will. This guy, first time, unbelievable. Let's keep going.
All right, let's go.
So how to play?
So how do you play? You capture zones to move forward. So basically, you have a series of zones, and you have to capture the zones to progress.
And it's
into the game
inverted, right? So you're, like,
Yeah.
let's say if you were in the breach map of Chang Pass,
Yeah.
usually you would
It's
start
like
from
the
the outside.
side lane, but inverted. So
Okay.
you start
Super sick.
almost from the end, and then you.
Yeah. So
to
you're
the
like
beginning.
you're exiting, and you see all of
Yeah.
these threats that are coming
Yeah.
towards you, and you need to clear them out.
And it's also interesting. We'll see a little bit later with the map overview, but you don't really have the chance to see the map in that kind of perspective.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's cool.
Cool.
So the Emperor stays in the last captured zones. He's always one step behind you. So and enemies come from all sides. So you have to care for him, and you have to capture the zones.
So a lot of communication is
Yeah.
necessary.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not necessary, but advised.
Yes.
We'll
I
go
like
with that.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then here's a short video for the gameplay loop, basically.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna see is just the first point and maybe a little bit of the second one. It's just to give everybody kind of an idea. We don't want to spoil the mode too much, so that's why I'm just gonna leave the player play
Yeah.
it. So here you can see we have two perspectives. We have the Aramusha that is on the back line protecting the Emperor that you can see on your screen right there. The first point is officers with the minions you see, so it's a pretty simple point, but it's basically just to kind of get the controls and the gameplay. And the raider is trying to capture the zone with the Shugoki. Enemies will always respawn continuously, so you have to kind of go against the tide of the enemies to manage to conquer.
And so your goal is to conquer that zone so that your emperor can move to that zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
We'll see that right after.
Okay.
And so since enemies are spawning continuously, it's very important to get those executions when you can.
Okay.
Or bring somebody with maybe like defensive feats with healing and stuff, shields. You may want to change your tactics from PvP to play this.
And yeah, that was my next question in terms of composition. Like, is it
Yeah.
important to have people that can heal around? Is there any other ways that like players can heal?
There's executions, and when you capture a point, we'll see. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's going to happen
Pretty soon. And if there's clipping, guys, we apologize. It's just because PowerPoint has its limitations, although we absolutely adore PowerPoint.
When you capture a point, you have a red quillin.
Yes.
That is wiping everybody, healing you a little bit, and making you able to go forward, basically.
Awesome.
And then you can see the second point here with the peacekeepers. So a little spoiler for the second point.
Nice.
And nothing is random. So basically, so you can prepare to face those challenges every step of the way.
So if you fail, you come back with another
Yeah.
game plan and you know what you're facing.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So the goal is really like get prepared, learn the game mode, get good at it.
Yeah,
basically.
of course, of course. Well, continuing on, the rules, let's do that.
Yeah. So capturing a zone will respawn any dead players. You can always revive your friends, but if they're too far away or you're getting overwhelmed by enemies, and maybe sometimes it's like, okay, we just regroup and we try to capture it, because that's the way we maybe get out of this.
Nice.
If all the players die, you lose. If the emperor dies, you lose.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The difficulty, just
So many animations here.
right?
I love it.
I love it. Difficulty progression. So the more you progress, the higher the difficulty. You can see the first zone is just officers. The second zone, you've seen the peacekeepers. I won't spoil any of it.
Yes.
And there's also the cursed enemies that we talked about a little bit before in the narrative stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, they are stronger than other enemies, and they glow with a purple kind of fiery effect.
Yeah.
From the chemical weapon.
Yes, of course.
And
The purple rain weapon.
Purple rain
yeah,
weapon,
please,
sorry.
Please. Okay, thank
So you can think of it as like boosted arcade bots, basically, but not like arcade. It's not random. So like I said, they have a set modifier for this point.
So just so I can give context, how hard is this? Like first try, am I going to get this as like a average player, or what do you think?
I would be surprised.
Okay.
I have a lot of faith in our players.
Yes.
But internally, we've been having a tough time.
Yeah.
And then I played around a little bit with the difficulty and stuff. So
the goal is for
hope
this to
it's
be a
just
challenge.
right. Yeah.
Okay, nice, awesome, cool.
But it's tough. It's tough.
Okay, sweet.
I'll say that. So come prepared.
And then if not, let's. Is that it for the game mode?
Yeah, that's it for the game mode.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool, and it's the first time that you have this PvE mode that's going to be again escaping the castle, and now we're going to get into the map itself. We're alt-tabbing and we're right into it, so that was great by Mark here. So explain to me what's going on. I see a lot of purple fire, of course. I'm very, very intrigued by what's going on here and the work that you guys did.
So you may recognize this tower on the right side of the screen. This was
the glowing tower.
This is the glowing tower, exactly. So this is obviously post-explosion. These chemicals are doing some crazy stuff to the fire, but also keep in mind that the idea behind this this game mode is that it's a retold story. So there's fantastic elements in it.
Yeah.
We can see that the Sunda has set up some traps along the checkpoints. Mm-hmm. Those are obviously also to block you from getting through. But this is the lore we've added to it.
Nice.
So all the elements of fire in this map, if you look to the right, they all got a purple tinge to them. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's chemical stuff on the ground laying around about everywhere. We really wanted to push the fantasy side of this map a lot.
Yeah.
You saw it in the video that Will just showed, where the purple killing comes in.
Yeah.
This is part of the retold fantasy that we're really trying to push.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a fictitious creature, but we wanted to use this as kind of a nice way to push the story along.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we actually put these kind of fantasy elements inside of For Honor, which is was a lot of fun to work on.
Well, you can really feel like the aftermath of the explosion, which is really cool. And obviously, Will, you're taking a look at you kind of went closer to where the third and fourth point are and stuff like that. So it's all along the Chang Pass where the lane, at least, or the side lane, it's a straight line, right? So did that help for the game mode this time around? Do you feel like out of all of the maps, this makes it a bit more simple and linear for what you guys were trying to accomplish?
For us, the most important thing was you are not lost. Like you know where to go, and also it kind of felt like oppressive.
Yeah.
Like you're really in a tighter space than you used to.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful.
Yeah, nice, really cool, and all of these effects, really awesome. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to mention? I know there's a lot of work that goes into this, so take the time that you guys need to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, even the level team. I mean, as you can see, they've really destroyed this castle compared to what it looks like in the regular Breach game mode.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I think everybody was pretty excited to work on this, just because it was very different than our usual, including the game mode. First time we're doing PvE, and then also first time we're doing these fantasy elements. Every event we're trying to push the narrative more and more into the game.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really nice step forward in this direction.
I'd have to agree with you. Really awesome job, guys. Really,
Yeah.
really sick. And I hope the people at home are going to enjoy this Jean Hu's Gambit. For those of you who are just joining us now, the Jean Hu's Gambit that is live today, December 19th until January 2nd, with escaping the what's it called? Fortress Escape? What is it?
The Emperor's
Escape. Apologize. That's the new game mode, so the PvE, 4-player co-op. So get ready. It's going to be challenging. You heard it here from Will Holmes and Mark D'Amico. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be right back with Yuri to talk about all the cosmetic items that come along with this event. We'll be right back. Joined back now with our good friend Yuri, man. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the cosmetics of the event, the Jean Hu's Gambit. I know there's a lot of cool stuff, and we've got a PowerPoint to talk about it all. And why don't you guide us through it, Yuri?
yeah, let's do this.
Let's
then.
do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Cosmetics. Here we go.
Straight to the point.
Straight to
So we have the Gaules Ultimate,
Nice.
which I believe is the lootable effect for the game mode.
Nice.
What should I say about this? I mean, really we wanted to go with something that really represented the Wulin faction in a sort of a neutral color. We really went with the white because we felt we don't have that many effects in white, so
Nice.
this is a very different one.
And of course, it's named after the the Emperor
Yes,
as well. So
yeah.
that's one thing that Mark was saying. But this is the Gaules Ultimate, so that's really cool. In
have
terms
a-
of the swords that you see like raining down,
Those are arrows, I believe.
arrows. Okay,
Are they not arrows? I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
I think-
you're the one who worked on it.
I did work on this. This one was a while ago.
Yeah, well, it's really cool effect. So this is lootable in all game modes during the event from December 19th to January 2nd, and
Yeah.
of course arcade. As we mentioned, there's a new arcade quest as well. So that's cool. Do you want to move forward to the next stuff?
I think we should.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ornaments.
Ornaments,
Yes.
So I don't work on the ornaments, but we do bundle this together.
Yes.
So these are the ornaments that we have.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Again, lootable. So that's awesome. Free. And then moving forward.
We have the battle outfit.
Yes, the Gaules Warrior.
Very nice.
This
Lootable
staple,
as
yeah.
well. And now we're getting into the illustrious outfits.
Yeah, the illustrious
So-
outfits. So
explain to me what's going on the screen.
yeah, so we wanted to do something kind of similar to what we have with Halloween, sort of like a duality, and keeping with what we did all year, like just staying on a theme with the story of the of the character that we're releasing. So we went with the Sunda's Gambit, which we kind of really wanted to push what we can do with these effects. So we decided to, why not put a killing in there?
Yeah.
So we jammed a horse in the effects. And there it
that's
is.
very sick.
So it's super cool. It's a little floating horse. It looks like he's touching the ground, but he's actually floating. Yeah, so he's a mythical.
He's not allowed to touch the ground? Is that the thing?
No, it's part of the lore. He doesn't touch the ground.
Okay, I see. I like
always-
it.
So he's floating in the air. So we brought him down so that people could actually see him.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's pretty awesome. So he's there. He just gallops around, and he's pretty cool looking.
And it's available in the execution as well, right?
Yeah,
It flies around.
he's available in all of them.
Oh, we can look at that. Oh, do we skip the Chang Emissary? Well, we'll talk about it here, I guess.
I'm glad you pronounced it because I have no idea how to pronounce
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Well,
Chang Emissary.
Try my best,
I
yeah.
have the dev names usually. I don't get to see the final names. But yeah, so that mask is to help out with the with what happened to the warriors that were caught in the explosion. They all turned into this stone-like terracotta-esque look.
Nice.
And yeah.
Awesome. And then now this is with the execution. Listen, I don't want to play favorites here, but the Sunda's Gambit, when the Hitakiri is doing the execution, he pops by the Kirin. I think it's Kirin. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Well, in Japanese it's Kirin, and then in Chinese it's Keeling.
Okay.
So yeah.
So either way, absolutely lovely work, but really, really cool stuff. So this is available for the illustrious outfits at 20,000 steel, the Chang Emissary, and Sunda's Gambit. Awesome.
So I hope everybody likes it. Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. And if not, we've got an emote as well.
We do have an emote.
So this was in the trailer that you guys saw where Sunda was, preparing his Purple Rain weapon. And now this is available for everyone, correct?
That's right.
That's so sick. So sick.
Everyone can have this.
I love the JJ. JJ's just making sure that the fire's out.
It pairs up nicely with the effects.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the one that we did for the Black Friar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. We did an emote with him. That was
Nice.
really cool. So I feel like this is a nice way
Awesome.
to.
So available for all heroes. Again, this is for 10,000 steel in game during the event. And then we've got the bundles that packages all of this cool stuff.
For 60,000. No,
No.
not
no.
60,000.
For 45,000.
60,000 steel worth.
Yes, exactly.
For 45,000.
Those are some savings that we're
Yes.
passing on to you.
So they're unlockable from December 19th to January 6th, so not January 2nd when the event is finished. And included in this is the illustrious outfits, both of them, the Chang Emissary, Sunda's Gambit, emote of Zanhu's Fire that we saw, the battle outfit, Gaules Warrior, the effect, Gaules Ultimate in Idle Emote and Execution, and of course the beautiful ornaments that we saw, Gaules Keepstake.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in this bundle. So really cool, and this is for all heroes.
That's
so
right.
Thank you so much, Yuri.
Oh,
is there
it's my
anything
pleasure.
else that we have to talk about? I'm
I-
not sure. We've been really busy, guys. We've been really busy. So
Yeah.
we just like kind of prepared the show right before. So
I wasn't even. Nobody told me I had to be here.
Oh my God, stop.
just kidding. We'll be right back with Andrew and Seb to talk about the lootable weapons that are available during this event. Thank you so much, Yuri. Always a pleasure. And we'll be right back.
Bye.
Joined back now with Mr. Andrew and Seb. Mr. Andrew, Mr. Soon himself, I should say. How are you guys today?
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yourself? Tired? Ready
too
for
bad.
holidays?
Yeah, 2 more days.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. We've got weapons,
Yep.
right? December 19th, January 2nd, Jan, who's Gambit, for those of you who are joining us right now. We're going to go through all of the cool lootable weapons that are going to be through this. So let's dive right into the build and let's see what we got here. Let's take a look.
Okay,
There we
so,
are.
so basically the overall theme is mythical creatures, starting with the Black Queen. So
Nice.
that's the Chinese one, but then start with the night ones. I believe it's Pegasus.
Beautiful.
Yes, the
Or-
Pegasus.
I wonder if Pegasus actually has a horn.
Does
Maybe
it?
horn, unicorn,
And the Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper's weapon.
Beautiful. Very nice. So again, a lot of purple, I feel, is
Yes.
coming out. And of course, we've been talking about purple almost all stream. But
It's not a coincidence.
no, it's not a coincidence at all. Very nice. So this is for the Centurion, I'm assuming.
Right.
And I ask this a lot, but I feel like it's important to understand the process that you guys go through when it comes to making these weapons and how you guys can be creative every time that there's a new event or a new season and stuff like that. Of course, with the year 4 coming up, there's the new armors that we announced, right? That's going to be coming then. Yeah, we did announce it. Don't worry. But so when it comes to the weapons and looking at these events and stuff like that, like, where do you guys draw your inspiration? Is it from the event itself and saying like, okay, how do we combine, the lore of the event and stuff like that? with
It
the
comes from
weapons?
everywhere, but then yes, lore from the event, we try to find the right reference to start from there, right story. Or sometimes we throw the idea too, and
Nice.
release, and we kind of try to get to sync at one point.
Nice.
That we need to take a look at it for a moment.
Yeah, this is absolutely stunning. Is this Pegasus?
I think so.
Yeah, beautiful. For the Conqueror, beautiful shield. And of course, every time you have a shield, you have a lot more surface to play with.
Huge surface. We have a freedom to do all the drawings, all the sculpting there. So that's a beautiful. Another.
Again, Black Prior, of
Exactly.
course. Look at that. The horn itself, emerald. Look at this.
I need to go and actually play the game to loot this thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So again, guys, these are all lootable weapons. So during this event, you'll have the chance to really get all of the. Well, I mean, as much as you can play, you guys will have the chance to get these weapons. So it's really, really awesome. With the theme itself, all purple. So now we're getting into the Vikings, the Raiders weapon.
Yeah, I think this one is a Kelpie. It's a Celtic legend.
Yeah.
It's a water spirit that actually appears as a horse, but then it can turn into a human form.
Nice.
So inspired by that story, and then we try to create the weapons.
For me, it's always the details that just get to me.
We can't
It's just
stop it. We just,
so insane.
Yeah,
Everything looks like it hurts, but at least
Hurts.
it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's sharp weapons we're
Yeah,
talking about
true.
here. Look at this.
a lot of Damas blade that you can see a lot of patterns on the centers.
Yeah,
But then this time there's a little bit of tint on it, so it makes it pops up.
very nice. Very nice.
Super
Against the
quiet here.
Warlord. Yeah. Well, we got music that's playing.
Okay.
We want to let them bask in this.
Okay, I
Right?
see.
Look at this. Beautiful. And the Jormungand.
Another one that I need to get it.
Look at that. Is that like the hair of the animal there? Oh
Of
my
course,
god.
of course.
Of course it is. It's no joke. Sorry, we're discovering this with you guys back at home, so this is beautiful. Well, obviously not you guys. You guys worked on it, but I have. So.
It's been a while, so I also kind of discovered a lot of things.
Yeah.
And for samurai creature, I think we lost.
There we go. Yeah. Now we're into the samurai. Here we go.
Okay,
Kensei,
it's,
of course, my boy.
I think it's a deer of Nara,
Nice.
and they
Just magnificent.
this creature in Japanese, I think that means a lot of reincarnations,
Okay.
and they tend to be a messenger of the god. It was pretty fun to kind of research all those mythology that I used to do in college.
Nice. I didn't study much in college.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying that.
Look at this, Shinobi. So the one before that is the Orochi. Sorry, just want to make sure. This is the Orochi and that's the Kensei, correct?
Kensei, Orochi,
Yeah.
and then Shinobi.
Nice. Ah, of course.
Yeah,
Dual.
Busha.
I love the duality here. Look at this.
There's always yin and yang, and then red and the blue, as you and me.
Magnificent. That looks like it hurts. Beautiful. I hope the music is intense right now because right now we're just basking in this.
Kind of.
And of course,
Look at this.
it's always a bigger surface makes us more fun
Yeah.
to play, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that it's
Well, it
not
must be
less
more
fun.
challenging, you know.
It's
like
much more challenging with
yeah.
the smaller pieces to make sure that the theme is injected in the design.
Yeah. Look at this. Wow.
This one reminds me of Princess Mononoke, the spirit,
Yep.
the king of the wood or something.
Yeah. Well, it's scaring
I
the shit
forgot
out
the
of me.
name.
That's for sure.
Lastly, our main creature, the Black Queen.
Yeah.
The Black Queen is the mixed creatures that I think it has a head of the dragon, antlers of a deer, fish scale of the body of fish scale, and the lion's tail and the hooves of ox.
I feel like just like in terms of fashion for this event, it's just a great thing, right?
I'm not just mixing things up,
Yeah,
making this up.
No, I know you're
I
not.
know.
I know you're not. You did your homework back in CJIP as well in college. Look at this. Beautiful. You guys are not joking around. Look at this. Wow.
It's a fantastic work in Chengdu studio. They always do a great research, great design, and a great
Can we get an
works.
overview shot of all the weapons just like backing away? Yeah, a little fade away. Look at this. Look at this. All of these weapons. Again, guys, this is lootable weapons during the event from December 19th, the Janhu's Gambit, December 19th to January 2nd. So all of these available for you guys back at home. Thank you guys so much for your time. Like, look at this stuff. Look at it. Just beautiful. And all available during this event. So thank you so much for taking the time to show this. Really excited to see this on my Kensei for sure, and my Janhu that I've been playing. Yeah, thank you guys and happy holidays.
You too?
Thanks a lot.
You too?
You too.
And we'll be right back with Clarissa to talk about tournaments. Isn't that correct? Yes, that's right. We'll be right back, guys. Ciao.
Thanks.
Welcome back, Clarissa.
Thanks.
It's been a good show. It's been a good show.
It's been a fun show.
Yes. 2 notes. I apparently don't know how to pronounce emissary correctly.
It's okay, I pronounced
And
it
my
wrong.
hair
too.
is a mess.
Your hair is
so thank you for
fine.
that, Andre.
Your hair is fine.
It's a bit wild. It's a bit
Before
wild.
we get into tournaments,
Yes.
Raffle is closed.
The raffle is closed. So
if you spam raffle now, it means nothing.
Unfortunately.
You're wasting
the time
your
has
time.
passed. The time has passed. Yes. Let's get into tournaments.
Yes. Tournaments.
Let's do it.
So upcoming tournaments this weekend. The Arena will be having their 4v4 Dominion for PC and PS4. PC on Sunday, December 22, and PS4 on Saturday. Both are at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Prize is donation funded, and you can sign up at battlefy.com/thearenatv. I didn't look at it. I
No,
felt
that
cool.
was
Yeah.
dominant. That was
And
dominant.
it matches my color. Yeah. So that's cool. Yes. Sign up. Dominion. It's fun.
Yeah.
Dominion's fun.
Listen to
Competitive
Clarissa,
stuff
guys.
is fun.
Listen to Clarissa.
On top of that, we have the Warriors Guild Seasons Beatings. They are having a seasonal duel fest. Duration will take place over the course of the month of December, with matches taking place within 3 days after registration close. So registration is already open and it will close tomorrow, December 20th. You can sign up as a spectator or a participant. So if you just want to watch, just sign up. Yeah. Basically, it is on PS4 and it's a 1v1 as I mentioned before. And to sign up, you have to join their Discord. So first, go to their Twitter, TWG_PS4. And in their links, they have a Discord. Go in there, sign up.
You didn't even look
Beat
again.
people up.
That was insane.
Oh, I did look a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Like peeked. And they are really awesome, man. I heard they have some pretty awesome prizes.
Nice.
So.
And of course, if you have any other tournaments that are coming up, always make sure to send us all the clips, the information, stuff like that, at forhonortournaments@ubisoft.com, so that we can talk about it here on the Warriors Den. But if not, the Jan Hu's Gambit starts today, December 19th until January 2nd. And we had a hell of a show. Of course, we talked about Year 4, which will have more information in January. If you missed the link at the beginning, you'll check it out on the VOD afterwards. But we had a huge blog post last week, December 12th, where we talk a little bit about Year 4, the Year of Reckoning. So yeah, man, it's been a great day. Happy holidays back to you guys back at home. Play some For Honor.
Speaking of holidays.
Yes.
On Twitter, we have been doing a giveaway, 12 days of
I've been taking off the sweater in 2 weeks. I smell
No one
really
needs to know
bad.
that.
So, yeah.
But yeah, 12 days of giveaway. Make sure you answer
What is there,
the
5 days
questions.
left?
Yeah.
The
Maybe.
questions are pretty
Well, right
easy.
now it's question 9.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days.
Make sure you use hashtag For Honor Days
Yeah.
because, you know,
I wanna take
questions
off
are
the
easy,
sweater.
but if you don't follow the rules, you can't get the pricing or whatever. So
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us today for, again, the event that starts live, Year of Reckoning for next year for Honor. So many things to come, and we're going to talk about it when we come back from the holidays. I guess I'll have to say we'll see you next decade. Justin Kruger's going to hate me for that joke. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys after the holidays, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Take it easy.
Happy holidays.
Ciao, ciao.